Hello, it's Ryan from 2minutetennis.net, and in this video, I'm going to help you break serve more often. Now, this video is courtesy of Matt Lynn on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to his awesome channel. I've put his link in the description below. All right, it's a short point, but boy, is it important. Let's check out this point, and then we'll diagram it. If only every return of serve was like this, but you can improve the chances of that happening with some simple advice. First, this is the USC player and this is Stanford, right? So really key advice on returning serve. The first thing is look how far back the player is standing. So when you are returning serve, you have to realize where you want to stand when you are going to hit the return and then where you're going to start prior to returning. So let's actually go to where he's standing when he contacts the ball. When he's hitting the ball, he's standing here. But look when he's beginning how far back he is. So as he's beginning his return, he's going forward into the return. And when he's done, his front foot is basically on the baseline or very close to the baseline. This is a key concept. Yes, the server is attacking with a strong serve, but you need to attack with your body weight going forward in order to hit a good return. So please, when you are returning serve, think about where you want to be when you return. If your opponent's serve is slow enough that you can stand up here, then start here and move forward to that point. If their return is really fast and you need to stand there to make contact, then start back here and move forward to that point. No matter how fast your opponent's serve is, you can always stand far enough back that you can kind of fight fire with fire and get your body weight going forward into the shot. The next thing I want to show you is something called split turn hit step. That's the order of the events that occur on a return of serve. So check this out. I want you to watch the returner's feet. He split steps right here, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. Then he turns, then he hits, then his front foot, his left foot, hits the ground. Really important concept. Split, turn, hit, step. So the split step, you want to make this move, the split step. Now, what's the proper timing on the split step? The proper timing is that when your opponent makes contact with the ball, which is right there, that you are in the air. And that is what he's doing. You want to be in the air as your opponent makes contact with the ball. That's because when your opponent makes contact, your brain hasn't figured out where to go yet, right? There's a delay in our reaction time. So we need to delay our split step so that we're landing our split step when our brain finally realizes where to go. That way we kind of like bounce off the ground, right? It's actually like a trampoline effect, and we get to explode in any direction, whether to get out of the way of the return or to get over to it. So he split steps and he's in the air as the opponent makes contact. This is really important. Take off prior to them hitting so that you're in the air as they hit so that you land after they hit. Really important. The pros do this every time on the return of serve, when they're at the net, when they're rallying, it doesn't matter. Be in the air as your opponent hits. Hey, if you're looking for an automated way to analyze your own match highlights, then you've got to check out Swing Vision for iOS. I have never seen an app like this before. It is absolutely incredible. You can check it out in the description below or in the first comment. The next idea is we want to turn. We want to turn our body. I want you to take note of his right foot. His whole body needs to turn to the right. So he's going to move that foot and pivot it. And you can see him pivot and turn the toe out to the side. That's going to take pressure off his knee so that he can rotate his body to his right to make contact. Now, the backswing on a return of serve, especially if it's a really fast serve, needs to be short. So you want to think of the return take back as basically just turn your shoulders. When you turn your shoulders, that's the take back. You can see that the tip of his racket's up. So he's going to make a C swing. You don't have to feel like you got to take the racket straight down. The C swing is super fast, and you can create that swing even on a fast serve coming into you. You have plenty of time for it, as long as you don't take a really big C swing all the way behind you. Just turn your shoulders, drop the racket, and hit. You can even see he does what Agassi did. If you just watch his hand, it looks like he's just turning a doorknob. So watch his right hand. It looks like he's just turning the doorknob. So you don't really have time to drop the hand. But what you do have time for is to drop the racket by basically just turning the doorknob. I made a video a while back on Nishikori doing this exact same thing on the return of serve. And it makes for a very small loop so you can handle the fastest serves. So remember, we're split stepping, then we turn. Now, he is going to be stepping with his front foot, but the key here is that you hit the ball before the front foot hits the ground. So he hits the ball while his front foot is moving, and you can see, watch his left foot here. Watch when his left foot hits the ground. It's after he's hit the ball. So it's hit, then split. That way he's getting his body weight into the ball. You don't want to step with this front foot and then contact the ball. It'll make you late, it'll make you slow, and there'll be less power in that shot. So he hits the shot, and he actually crushes this return. And the best thing about this was that it was a super deep return. Not so much that it was down the line, so I wouldn't necessarily just tell you to go for winners. But on the return of serve, it's a great thing if you can get the return nice and deep. Typically, servers fall into the court off of their serve. So you can get the ball deep. You can kind of pin the ball at his feet. Now, what I absolutely love is when he hits this ball down the line, he immediately starts going forward because he realizes his opponent's in trouble. And anytime you hit the shot that you're looking for, meaning like a nice deep return or a shot that gets them in trouble, you need to move forward. So practice your return of serve. Think about where you want to stand when you return serve and stand farther back so you can move forward to that position. Be in the air, so jump before your opponent hits so that you can be in the air as they hit so that you split step just after. That is exactly what Novak Djokovic does. I don't care which pro you watch. They are in the air as the opponent hits and they land their split step after. Then turn, hit, and then step. And if you hit, more of a neutral return, then go back, to the center, a few feet behind the baseline. If you hit a really great return where you can get your opponent in a ton of trouble, then actually track into the court, robbing them of time. All right, let's watch this return to serve a few times in a row. So you use this advice on your return of serve. There's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.